the tag, and the Astros had a 2-1 lead. 2-1 was the score going into the fifth inning. Charlie Morton got Dustin Pedroia to ground out to begin the fifth, but then he walked Xander Bogaerts, and A.J. Hinch pulled Morton after 4 in the third innings, brought in Justin Verlander, the first relief appearance of Verlander's professional career, majors or minors, regular season or postseason. And the first batter he faced, Andrew Benintendi, hit a 2-run home run, and that put the Red Sox up by a score of 3-2. So the Astros had to battle against Chris Sale. So Rick Porcello went the first 3 innings. Chris Sale came on to start the fourth, and he had a 1-2-3 fourth, a 1-2-3 fifth, worked around an error that allowed Yuli Gurriel to reach in the sixth inning, as Sale retired 9 of the first 10 that he faced. In the seventh, Astros threatened George Springer a leadoff single. Josh Reddick followed with a flyout, but then Jose Altuve struck out looking. Carlos Correa singled through the left side, as that moved Springer to second, but Marwin Gonzalez struck out, and that ended the inning. So on to the eighth inning. Chris Sale was on for his fifth inning of relief, his first relief appearance since 2012, and the first batter he faced in the top of the eighth was Alex Bregman. And Bregman hits it high in the air and deep to left field, and that ball is gone! Over the monster and onto the monster seats! That's a game-tying home run for Alex Bregman. 3-3! Alex Bregman with his second postseason home run, both of them off of Chris Sale. And it was a tie game. Yuli Gurriel then grounded out. The next batter was Evan Gattis, and Gattis singled down the left field line. Cameron Maben pinch ran for him, and Maben advanced to second on a wild pitch by Chris Sale. Brian McCann then lined out for the second out of the inning, and Craig Kimbrell came on to try and keep it tied. He walked George Springer to start things off, and that put runners at first and second with 2 out for Josh Reddick. And Reddick rounds it left side, past the diving Bogaerts, and then a left field. Maben around third, he will score. Springer goes to third. A go-ahead RBI single for Josh Reddick, and the Astros lead it 4-3 in the eighth. What a big hit for Josh Reddick, and the Astros reclaimed the lead. The Astros would get an insurance run off of Kimbrell in the ninth. Carlos Correa began it by striking out, but Marwin Gonzalez was then hit by a pitch. Alex Bregman followed by flying out to deep center, but Yuli Gurriel singled to right. That moved Gonzalez to second base. And with 2 outs, Carlos Beltran came up as a pinch hitter. And Beltran lifts this one in the left field. Benintendi is going back on the warning track, and that's off the monster. Gonzalez scores. Gurriel in the third. An RBI double for Beltran, the pinch hitter. And the Astros lead is 5-3. Rafael Devers would hit an inside-the-park home run in the bottom of the ninth off Kent Giles to make it 5-4, but Giles getting the final 6 outs to get the save. We believe we have Steve Sparks down in the Astros clubhouse right now, and let's go to him. And Steve, what do you got?
Thank you. What? Thank you.
And we'll get to Steve Sparks when we get an opportunity here.
Not sure if you got me right here, but there's a chant going on in here, and I believe it's stanky. What? I'm not really exactly sure what that means. I'm going to grab a couple of guys. We got our feed unplugged by some of the television reporters with Fox 1. So we're going to try to get some of the action done here in the clubhouse. And it is Festivus, if you know what I mean. Everybody's starting to do a little sippy, and everybody's getting a little bit wet. If you know what I'm talking about. And this thing's going a little crazy right now. Some people are saying Sparky's staying dry. Sparky is staying dry, if you know what I'm talking about. So if you want to go and take a ride with me, three-wheeling in the foe with the gold D's. So why must I feel this way? Robert, it must be the money. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a couple of players. I'll text Maddie back, see if we can get somebody here in a little bit. As Gaddis is getting frosted right now. Right back in a minute.
All right. Steve Sparks down in the Astros clubhouse, able to resolve the technical difficulties we were having a moment ago. And while we have a chance, let's play the call of that final out of the ball game. As Ken Giles mentioned, he gave up the inside-the-park home run to Rafael Devers. Kind of a crazy play, especially with the wet conditions in the outfield, with Springer leaping for the ball in deep left center. Couldn't get it, just out of his reach. Marwin Gonzalez trying to cut it off. sliding on the outfield grass in center field, and Devers wound up doing the circuit for his second postseason home run. First one that didn't go over the fence. But Giles settled down after that. A.J. Hinch made a mound visit right after that. Got Christian Vasquez to ground out. Jackie Bradley Jr. then struck out. And the last hope for the Boston Red Sox is Dustin Pedroia. He'll battle you. 3-2. And Pedroia hits it on the ground right at Altuve. Second baseman open it. Throws to first. And that is the ball game. And that is the division series. The Houston Astros are going to the American League Championship Series. They beat the Boston Red Sox 5-4 and win the series 3-1. A celebration at Fenway right behind the pitcher's mound. And that's how the final out sounded, with the Astros clinching their 5th League Championship Series trip in club history, and the first as an American League club. We're going to go to Steve Sparks here in a moment down in the Astros clubhouse, where the Astros, of course, popping the champagne and celebrating the championship, or moving on to the League Championship Series, as the Astros win a hard-fought series with the Boston Red Sox. Best-of-5 series. They are able to do it in 4 games. As we're going to hear from Steve Sparks down in the Astros clubhouse, may hear from some of the pitchers who played key roles in the Astros victory today. Ken Giles getting the save, and Justin Verlander getting the victory. Verlander coming out of the bullpen for the first time in his professional career. And boy, did he come up big for the Astros, especially
playing. He's bowling down the table, almost like it's almost like a frat party. As he's knocking over a couple of bottles and cans on the edge of the seats. Last 6 out of this division series for Ken Giles. Great job, buddy. How'd you do it? Going out there and grinding it out there, Sparks. You're going out there and grinding it, and you're throwing some filth out there. And you got Pedroia the last batter of the ball game. You said, "I'll smell you later, buddy." How you doing it, bro?
I'm doing great. I'm just having one hell of a time here, man. I'm just having fun, man. That's all I care about.
How fun is this team, Kenny?
Oh, can't count us out from the very end, man.
That's the smooth sound of Kenny Giles. Thanks, Kenny G.
Yep, no problem.
All right, back to you, Robert.
All right, Ken Giles, man. He had 2 6-out saves in August, both against the Texas Rangers. And that helped prepare him for the postseason. Of course, you ask your closer to get more than 3 outs more often in the postseason. Ken Giles able to get the 6 outs that the Astros needed today, and a big part of the victory. First postseason save for Ken Giles. This is the first time he's ever pitched in the postseason. Of course, Phillies did not make it during his 3 years over there, and Giles doing a fantastic job out of the Astros bullpen, as the Astros able to hold on to beat the Boston Red Sox 5-4 at Fenway Park this evening. And the Astros, I mean, think about this. They played 8 straight games against Boston and were able to win 6 of them. Let's go back down to the Astros clubhouse, where Steve Sparks is with a couple of others.
All right, Robert, I got Devo and Joe. It's the Joe and Devo show. Sparks is being wet. What are you talking about? All right, Joe and Devo. First of all, Devo, I want you to sing a little something, some of your karaoke special, You Are the Sunshine.
Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
This is actually brutal. Keep going.
If you need me, call me, I'll be there anytime.
Devo, that sounds like a harp from heaven.
That's okay.
Dude, you threw 3 out of 4 days, and you knocked it out. Joe, you in the backhand between both of you guys, working out in the off-season, knocking it out. Can you believe you guys are studs at the back end of this bullpen?
I believe it. Yeah,
You believe it because you guys know what's up.
Yeah, man. Me and Joe, man, we've been grinding a long time together, and to share this moment with him and all our teammates and everybody here, is truly amazing and truly special, man.
Joe, how hard is it to go from starter to reliever and to dominate like you have?
You know, it's tough. It's something I'm not used to, but, like I said, we train a lot in the offseason. We prepare for these kind of moments, being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. And I've learned a lot from this guy, and just following his lead in the bullpen and watching him do what he does gives me, the extra little boost to go out there and follow up his lead. So I'm loving it.
ALCS is coming up, dude. You guys are one building block away from the World Series.
I know, right?
Can you imagine that?
Hey, the dream's coming true, and, we worked for this our whole lives, and, we just continue to grind, go out there. We learned a lot from this, this series, and it was a grind, especially here in Fenway. But, we can do this and, continue to work hard and believe in each other, and let's go.
Joe, you guys depend on each other. This is a very close-knit team. What's it going to take to get through the Cleveland Indians?
It's just playing the game at our speed. If we can keep the game under control and keep our minds clear, I think we got the team to do it. We saw it today, down in that hole right there. We just kept battling, and Brady came up with a huge hit, and Jal shuts it out with a stick-out save. So that was incredible.
Last thing, what about Bregman, dude? He is a young stud.
He's an absolute gamer, man, and he's one of the lights of this team, and him coming up today just shows another reason why he is where he is.
Well, he is where he is because he's stinky. All right, thanks, guys. Go Astros. Tear him up. All right, back to you, Robert.
All right, Steve Sparks joined by Joe Musgrove and Chris Davinsky, and we learned that Chris Davinsky, after hearing him sing, chose the right career, which is a good thing. Although maybe he's better when he's not doing a Bill Withers song. Who knows? But anyway, Astros 5-4 winners over the Boston Red Sox tonight, or this afternoon, as they take this series 3-1 from the Red Sox and advance to the American League Championship Series. We'll have more from the Astros clubhouse with Steve Sparks here in just a moment on the Chick-fil-A Houston postgame show. Certainly don't want to go anywhere, as you've probably already heard. Pretty festive down there in the Astros clubhouse, as we're going to be joined by one of the Astros coaches here in a moment down in the Astros clubhouse as the Astros advancing. They'll play Friday either in Cleveland or at home against the Yankees, depending on what happens with that division series, as the Indians lead that series 2-1 play later tonight. All right, let's go back down to clubhouse.
Houston Astros, remarkable season. Your first year as a major league coach. How sweet is this team? It's unbelievable, the talent.
It's unreal what they're doing. And since day one, they set their goal to win the World Series, and every day you see them in their face, the way they go about their business, and this is the beginning, to be honest with you. I think we're going to celebrate today like crazy animals, and then we go.
Crazy animals. With the calamity going on, Carlos Correa dousing some of the reporters here in the clubhouse.
And then we got...
How unbelievable is the way this clubhouse is. And you talked and look about a lot of this teams in the playoffs. And Alex, this team stacks up with anybody. Talent-wise, this team is a studly environment.
It is, and I was just saying, Peter Gammons is right here in front of us, and he's saying this is the second greatest game he's ever seen.
Really?
And I guarantee you Peter has seen a million freaking games. So, just the up and down, coming to Fenway, it's not an easy place to clinch.
Yeah, you played.
And, the fans were involved, but you could see the guys growing. We got kids playing, and this is, I know they played a few years ago in Kansas City, but to come to Fenway and clinch it is amazing, and this was a learning experience, and it's going to help us the rest of the season.
All right, you played, and you're part of the infield coaching staff with this team. Alex Bregman coming up big time and driving one out of here off of Chris Sale. What?
Yeah, he, for some reason today, he was serious Alex, like gamer, very quiet.
What's up with that?
And I'm like, what's going on with you, kid? Have fun.
No change.
We're in Fenway Park. You used to talk crap to the pitcher and all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you got one more at bat. Let's freaking go. Let's go. And I mean, his approach is perfect, and he's done an outstanding job for us. Defensively, he was amazing tonight. And he's one of the best out there.
Alex, you've been a great addition to this team. Good luck the rest of the way. Thanks for catching up.
Thank you. Enjoy it, brother. You're part of this.
Thank you. All right, back to you, Robert.
All right, good to hear from Astros bench coach Alex Cora. As Steve mentioned, first year as a big league coach. If you've been paying attention to media reports around the game with the teams that are looking for managers this off season, it seems like Alex Cora's name pops up and all of those stories as a possible candidate. And obviously, the season that the Astros have had certainly will not hurt his candidacy. Cora, working in media for a long time for ESPN, also did some media work here in Boston. He was part of that Red Sox team in 2007 that won the World Series. Really good friends with Dustin Pedroia, who was a rookie on that ball club. But Alex Cora, very excited, obviously, about the Astros going to the American League Championship Series to face either the Cleveland Indians or New York Yankees, a series that will start on Friday, regardless of who the Astros opponent